David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it because we are joined by the one, the only. I can't even believe it. We booked the biggest guest here, Miss Sarah Fraser.
David, you are making my head bigger. I tell you what. I mean, bigger than Carolyn Manzo? I don't think so. I mean, that was a huge interview for you last week or a couple weeks ago. That was enormous. People were loving that. Did I say it right? I always say it wrong. Is it Carolyn Manzo?
Caroline. But you know
Caroline.
what?
Thank you,
You know
Caroline.
what? Is there really a difference? I mean, some people get very upset at us when we say Caroline, but Caroline, call me David. I don't give a fuck.
David.
David, the train has left the station. We all know who we're talking about when we say Carolyn, Caroline, Carolanzo. We all know who we're talking about. So what is the fucking difference?
I met her at the Javits Center at a gift show several years ago. She was very lovely in person. Yeah, she was very nice, very understated. So I thought she was very understated on your interview too. She was good.
I liked her. I loved her. Can we talk about this? A few weeks back, Andy Cohen made the reference of he was asked about the new RHONY, and what did he say? Well, it's different.
Ooh, what do you make about this? It seemed almost like
Is that what he said? Were those his exact words? He's like, oh, it's different.
Well, he says, I want people to know this is a real departure from the former RHONY. This is going to be very different. It's going to be fantastic. It's the best thing we've done, but it's different. And I'm like, oh boy, what does this mean? I mean, do we take this for face value, or does this mean, get ready, this show is like, we don't know. I don't know. What do you make of that?
I mean, a lot of people were like, that's what I say when I think something's horrible. That was the general consensus from the people that are listening in the comment section. Look, I mean, I think it's like, this is why a lot of reboots fail. I mean, one of the best shows that has ever existed in the history of TV is the one, the only Gossip Girl. And then we had Gossip Girl Part 2 or Reboot on HBO. And I tried so hard. We got some hotties out of it. I thought it was horrible. So the best show that also existed was Lisa Rinna in the one, the only Melrose Place. And we tried that on the CW years ago. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think if you watch this and you compare it to Luann and Ramona and Dorinda, you're going to be disappointed no matter what, right? Jill Zarin, I mean, you can't compare it. That trailer where you bite the apple, it gets you excited, but we're also not seeing anything, right? So listen, it's also too early to see stuff. We have to get the OC back on the air. Atlanta is back in our lives. You know, it's like we got some things to get through. So they shouldn't even be showing the trailer right now. But I think that was a teaser. I don't know. I haven't been excited up to this point about it, but I'm going to watch. Kim and I are actually going to be recapping it on Patreon because New Jersey is going to end. We're still doing real world New Jersey stuff, which I'll spill some tea in a second. So we're always going to be doing New Jersey because we're going to keep up with the girls. But I'm like, Kim, you're going to have to watch RHONY, the reboot. And that's what you're going to talk about every week while we also do New Jersey, because she keeps in touch with all these people. So we'll have New Jersey gossip too. You know, there's going to be gossip, but Beverly Hills ain't back yet. So it's like by process of elimination, I'm going to watch, but are you excited for it? I don't know.
I am excited because I enjoy Jenna Lyons, the former head of J. Crew. I'm really curious about her whole life, like that. She gives me Carol Radiswell vibes, very just high end, I guess. And that she would do this show is interesting because at the end of the day, like we talk about, everybody gets taken down, everybody has a season. And I mean, she has an interesting past, right? She was married, she's now a lesbian. I think she has a couple of children. I don't even know who the ex-husband is or what their relationship is currently. So and she was huge at J. Crew and kind of like a cult following with her look. I really loved her look, but now I'm sort of liking it less. And maybe that's just because I see her everywhere, but it's very that like, I don't know, kind of male shirt and like always all the way unbuttoned. I don't know. I liked it. And now I'm like, I'm getting a little tired of it. It looks a little dated, but What the fuck do I know? I mean, I'm wearing a lime green t-shirt, but anyhow. So what I like, and I think that they did well, right, is they captured this New York fashion scene, which is really, when I think of New York City, I think Broadway, I think fashion, I think a little stand-up comedy, Saturday Night Live. So I think they were smart going in this direction of like, let's hone in on the fashion world, these women that are in that world. Again, I'm bummed. I really wanted the Lizzie Savetsky because she had tried so hard to get on the show, and then she was on, and she was kind of this Jewish matchmaker, and I wanted to see more about her life. I don't, I'm going into it. Yes, I actually do want to watch because I really want to like it. Yeah, I mean, I really want to like it. I want it to be interesting and fresh. And I don't know. These shows have gone so trashy. To me, it's like, how do you compete with like Jen Shaw in federal prison? I don't know. It's like, how do you compete with Erica Jane's husband who stole $100 million to make her famous? I mean,
I think they're going to try not to. I mean, look, Jenna
yeah, I
Lyons was
know.
just hosting on E. Like, she hosted the Met Gala. Like, she was one of the commentators at the table with Jonathan Van Nys from Queer Eye and Xana Rossi Roberts. I mean, so she was that's a legitimate hired gig for the night to sit there with three other big fashion commentators and give your opinion, as she should. She was the president of J. Crew. Her look is not really for me either. Change up the Dahmer glasses, the unbuttoned, shirt and men's shirt.
Getting a little.
We have seen it before. I do think, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think this is going to, like, to me, you're obviously going for younger. You're obviously going for people in some type of influencer industry. Like Jenna Lyons gets, I mean, I think I get the gifts to unbox and show everyone. I mean, I never do. I'm horrible at it. She gets like thousands of unboxing things a day. Like, unboxing is her social media. All she does is let's like pick up here. Oh my God, these slippers. Well, those are like $4,000 slippers. Next gift here. So like they picked like in the influencer and beauty world and PR. And so they're going for that, right? It's not like gallery girls back in the day. We're not Gossip Girl. We are in the 30s and 40s. I think I've said this before. I think you have to feature New York City as a housewife. You have to show the restaurants. You have to show benefits. You have to show private galas. You have to show black cars picking you up because we don't drive in New York. Like, you have to show New York, Rockefeller Center, and the skating, and they're going out to the Hamptons. I'll see them. Hi, girls. But you have to show New York. I think that is how it could be interesting, because this isn't Salt Lake. This isn't